It's a trade war aimed at curbing undocumented immigrants from crossing into the U.S. of A. Thursday night, the White House announced a 5% tariff on all goods from Mexico unless the country substantially stops the number of migrants entering the U.S. illegally. Jennifer Bellamy is here to break down the president's threat and reaction today. J-Bell?
Well, these new tariffs come as lawmakers in 3 countries considered whether to approve President Trump's U.S.-Mexico-Canada trade deal. Now, here are the details on the president's announcement. A 5% tariff on all goods from Mexico starts June 10th. That tariff then goes up 5% every month through October before reaching a permanent 25%. This is something that a lot of folks have been talking a lot about, especially as we have seen the information along with those tariffs coming in China as well. But this one in particular with the country of Mexico is a move, and it comes as President Trump's drastically escalated his battle to control a wave of tens of thousands of asylum seekers, including many Central American families fleeing poverty and violence. He has also promised to make it harder to get a U.S. refugee status and has promised billions to build a wall along the U.S.-Mexican border. Mexico's president responded in a letter saying social problems are not resolved with taxes or coercive measures. Several congressional Republicans and business groups are criticizing the move as well, but the White House says no one should be surprised.
The president didn't blindside his own party. If Republicans weren't aware, then they haven't been paying attention. Anybody in this country, or frankly in the world, that says that they're surprised by this has been living under a rock.
Well, the measures against Mexico open up a new front on trade and, if implemented, are bound to trigger retaliation that would hit the heartland, Trump-supporting farmers and industrial states. Now, a situation similar to that has already happened since tariffs were imposed on China.
Jennifer, thanks.